managed to get through a purchase where the wife was on a temporary visa. Okay, so we managed to finance that, which is unheard of.
Well done.
Hey, thank you. It took a long time. It took a long time and lots of phone calls. But they were married. He earned more income. Okay. They had 4 kids. It was just a real, and casual employment, on and off for years. But we managed to get it through. Okay. The final hurdle, and we're working through this right now. The final hurdle is the Foreign Investment Review Board fee that the wife is going to have to pay.
I'd like to stop that.
Yeah.
It's not Foreign Investment Review Board, so it's Foreign Buyer's Duty.
Foreign Buyer's Duty.
Foreign Investment Review Board is if that she was buying on her own and she didn't have anyone.
And it was an investment property.
Correct. Yeah, exactly. So she doesn't have that.
This is why she's on the camera. Okay, so the Foreign Buyer's Duty is the next step that we're working through now. Okay, so
something that's not that it's been around not that long, so a lot of people aren't aware of it.
How many years ago did it come in?
I think it was 2018 it came in.
Okay, so it's new.
Yep.
It's new. Any reason why they brought it in?
Not to my knowledge as to why.
Okay, more fees.
More money for the government. Revenue raising, new roads and all that.
Yeah. I don't see any new roads out here.
Maybe the train station to Ellenbrook eventually.
Yeah. So anyway, what would it's a more technical part of your role.
Yes.
What your profession, right? Give us an overlay of how that would transpire. So you got a husband who's an Aussie citizen.
Yep.
You have a wife who is not an Aussie citizen. Yes. She's on a temporary visa. She probably will be. She will be. It's a stamp duty cost, isn't it?
Correct. Yeah. So it's like an additional duty that they're required to pay. So foreign buyer's duty. So anyone that doesn't hold a permanent residency, Australian citizenship, or a New Zealand special entrant visa, essentially a New Zealand citizen that can work and reside here, pays an extra 7% stamp duty or transfer duty on top of the already charged stamp duty. So it's foreign buyer's duty at 7% of the share that person is having. So in your situation, husband and wife purchasing the property, assuming as joint tenants, so equal owners, her 50% share will be taxed at 7% of that property.
And if, for example, like this case, it's an investment property, he's the higher earner slightly, their accountant has said, look, is there any chance that you could have the percentage ownership skewed more in his name than her name? Yep. Would that flow through? Yes, with the duty. Okay. So essentially her 7% is then, so say they go 99.1% owners, her tax is only on, as her tax is chargeable at 7% on her 1% of that property. Got you. Okay, cool. And then I would imagine this is not, we're not giving a tax advice on here, but that would flow through, there'd be tax ramifications going forward for the male. Exactly, So he earns a much higher share of that property and potentially could affect any taxation. Yep, okay, cool. Speak to your accountant about that kind of stuff. Don't speak to us. Okay, that's really good to know, because these are the kind of things where I find, I take a lot of calls on it. Yes. Always refer my people to you. But also, and again, this is a warning, whatever you do, don't jump into a Facebook group or doodle around online and get the misinformation, because the people, most of the people, 99% of people in these Facebook groups, investor groups, they don't know what they're talking about. Okay? It's more as well, they don't know your situation. There's a lot of things that are down. It's not just, I'm a visa person, I've applied for a visa. Well, there's a lot of different types of visas that you can apply for that have different regulations and different statuses and movements along the way. I've done a visa with my partner myself, and it was a 2-part visa. Okay. So essentially his first part, whilst he could stay here permanently, it was still a temporary visa in the eyes of the duty. Right, okay. So it wasn't until we basically got the second part of the visa, which was his permanent part, that we could purchase property without incurring that foreign buyer's duty. Without that 7%. Correct. Okay, so you did manage to get around it. Correct. Hannah's a good example, because she's fallen in love with an Italian gentleman, and they've recently purchased their first home. Congratulations. The Foreign Investment Review Board, okay, this is another recently brought in thing. 7 years ago, 6 years ago? So they've had it in sort of a while now, but they haven't always charged for the application. That's a recent thing. What's it for? Give us so it's essentially for them to process. Okay. You put your information through, you're looking to buy a property, and they issue an approval to purchase a property. So there's as an investor? Yes. Okay. You can also purchase it for your principal place of residence. If you don't hold a permanent residency or Australian citizenship, you still have to apply for FIRB. Okay. They want to know about, the government want to know about all the people that do not hold citizenship,
basically what they're purchasing and how they're purchasing it.
Got you.
So it's between $5,000 to $10,000 that application fee.
Righto.
When you start getting up to the $1 million, it sort of goes up again.
Okay, so it's on a sliding scale. And this is a way for the government to record the movements of foreign investors. There's probably some anti-money laundering and counter-terrorism.
Quite possibly, yes, I believe.
Thoughts in there, and that's fine. Is there an extra tax that's levied on foreign investors that are purchasing property in Australia, or is that where we come back into that foreign buyers
Correct.
duty?
Yep. So they'll have their foreign investment review board application fee as well as the foreign buyers duty on top of that.
Gotcha. So it adds up.
Most definitely.
It adds up.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like $35,000 plus your 10 grand review, 45,000.
Oh, and just in
got lazy
taxes
45
for,
grand
for
just hanging out there.
Yeah.
as well as the cost of living down here. Jesus, $5 coffees almost now.